This car's condition leaves a lot to be desired, in terms of how incredibly filthy it is. So much junk in the interior. Hey there, fellas. Don't worry, you're on the right channel. The one we call Detail Garage 54. But I have every right to hijack any of our channels. I'd imagine you realize why that's the case. And here's what we are dealing with. I requested the boys bring me this wonderful rig right here, and we're gonna use it for experiments. Or rather, for a pretty sick build. And since we are going to do a build that will result in this thing acquiring a very unusual look, it has to be literally squeaky clean, so that you could eat off of it. As it sits, the car, well, it lived in a village 150 kilometers away, and good luck finding a decent car wash in those parts. So this car was neglected, and the interior looks horrifying. You will see it soon enough. Now, since this is the detailing channel, get over here, come on. So I want to ask you for a favor. This car is going to be used for a build, right? I take it you've seen the interior. Well, sort of. I'm sure you never expected me to come asking for such a favor. Yeah, well, usually you guys chop them up right away, and so on. Nah, this car has to be in excellent condition. For the interior to be nice, the engine bay, it has to be cleaned as best as you can. Are you up to such a task? Yeah. Just remove anything that's not needed. Interior included. Now, leave the interior be, please. At the very least, we're going to need a driver's seat. That's 100%. Not sure about the passenger seat, though more than likely we'll leave it as well. Okay, so wash, deep clean. Does it need a polish? Nah, I don't think so. Especially we want the engine bay clean. The engine bay, okay. The engine bay has to be clean because the motor is probably going to be running a bit hotter than it would in a regular car. We don't want to be smelling burning oil or any of that. We want the engine to be clean. Great, well, I can make it happen. At least I'll do my best. I really hope you do. Okay, so I'm handing this whole thing over to this channel's host, to the mighty host, the cleanly host. Okay, I'm out, and see you in a couple of days. I reckon it should be done by then. A couple of days? A couple of days it is then. Time is always of the essence. The boys will make quick work of it. I'm gonna go buy everything. And you'll get to work on the build? You will see what we have in mind later on the main channel. Okay, I'm out. Okay, let's get to work. So we're working on a Niva delivered by Andrei from the Garage 54 Pro channel. It was bought in a settlement called Proletarsky from a dude who bought it from another dude. From there it sat for many, many years. As many years as it was never cleaned. This car's condition leaves a lot to be desired, in terms of how incredibly filthy it is. So much junk in the interior. I'd better get a closer look at what I'm going to be cleaning out. So yeah, let's inspect the car and proceed to wash it. As for what exactly we're doing, obviously clean the engine bay, the wheel arches, all of this, deep clean the interior. No protective coating, as the exterior of this car will be subject to modifications down the line, so there's really no point in applying protective coating. No point doing any chemical treatment of the body panels, for that very same reason, because they're doing a build with this. I've been tasked with giving the whole thing a thorough clean. We can now commence the engine bay wash. Before I do that, I have to remove any junk from there, get the battery out, and give it a once-over with some compressed air. For starters, we need to seal the carburetor. I'm going to stick a rolled-up glove into the air cleaner, and it'll prevent any water from finding its way inside. Grab a motor cleaning compound, remove the ignition leads for convenience's sake, and smother the entire engine wherever we see oil stains. The idea is to soften them up, so that they're easier to remove later on. After applying the compound, we wait for 20 minutes. Once that time is up, we spray the entire engine bay with some first-phase foam to remove the bulk of the filth. After rinsing the bay, we proceed to do a detailed clean. We'll be using brushes, first phase in a spray bottle. We'll be doing all of the hoses. Then we commence work on the exterior. First, we use just pressurized water, get all of the dirt off the wheels, wheel arches, the bodywork, and all of the tighter spots. A pressure washer will get the job done beautifully. I'm using a spray bottle with first phase to clean the tight spots, the fuel filler cap, as well as the door jambs, where a lot of dirt is going to accumulate. After that, we can apply first phase foam to the entire body, wait 2 to 3 minutes for it to react with any residue, and then rinse the car with pressurized water. The tires require comprehensive work, because over the years these accumulate a lot of filth, which literally sticks to the rubber, and it has to be removed. First off, this sort of clean will allow keeping the tires nice and, well, clean. Second, it'll prevent cracking and overall deterioration. Turns out I had a special glove made specifically for cleaning cars, and I'm going to be using it working on the Niva. It'll allow me to actually get a feel for all of the surfaces I'm cleaning. Now I'm going to use a brush to clean the spots I couldn't using the glove. Specifically the trim, door handles, mirrors, vents, and other similar bits. There's a dilapidated XXX sticker on the car. We would have left it if it had looked good, but we're gonna have to heat it up and use a razor to remove it. Any residual glue will also be removed using a razor. Now that the car is clean on the outside, we can move into the dry cleaning area and tear down the interior, and also closely examine it. The interior of this car contains a lot of filth, trash, and overall it's obvious that this car never got any love. These guys didn't even know what a vacuum cleaner is. Okay, let's sort the interior, throw away whatever isn't needed, and get to the cleaning phase. I remove the floor mat, and underneath it I find water, mold, as well as soggy heat insulation. Also, there's a strong stale odor in here that lingers inside your nose. It is quite unbearable. Now, in order to properly clean the headliner, we need to first clean the bits adjacent to it. Plastic trim bits and handles of sorts. And now I can get to cleaning the vinyl headliner itself. From here, we don't have too many options of what to do. We could have started with the cargo bay or the dashboard or the doors, and ultimately we went with the doors. First, we're going to clean the upper part, the weather sealing, the chrome trim, all of which accumulate a lot of dirt, and particulates that are going to scratch the glass. Also, all of that is going to make the window opener action very tight. You were probably able to get a good look at the dashboard and see what condition it's in. Thick layer of dust, super dirty, all of the crevices and tight spots are filthy, and the column switches are dirty. Okay, it's time to clean it. And pay attention to the foam, which is white at first, but then becomes dark brown. That tells us there is a lot of filth on there. Cleaning the dashboard resulted in it becoming a bit discolored. The reason for that is it was constantly bombarded by UV rays, and after removing the filth, it lost its original color. The trim in the cargo bay is covered in a thick layer of filth. Sand, sediment, heavy particulates, and to avoid damaging the trim, we'll knock it out with a cleaning agent, and then we'll use compressed air. And after that, get to actually cleaning the plastic. That's the safest way to go about it. Now that the rest of the Niva has been given a thorough clean, it's time to tend to the metal floor in the cabin. We've got a spray bottle with some first phase. Now I'm gonna apply it to clean off the bulk of the filth. Now I'm gonna work all of the tight spots using a brush. I'm either pulling the filth in with an extractor or absorbing it with a microfiber towel. Then I'm gonna clean off all the rest of it. As the metal inside the cabin is incredibly filthy, it'll require 2-3 rounds of cleaning. Okay, time to clean the seats. And they are very dirty. The rails I'm gonna remove and pressure wash. And the seat I'm gonna clean working my way up. First the metal frame, then the vinyl. The fabric I'm then gonna clean working my way down. Now that the car is fully clean, it's time to reassemble the interior. Get all of the clean parts back in. And just look at that transformation. And we decided to swap over the passenger and the driver's seat. The passenger seat was almost in perfect condition. The rails were functioning very well. Alright, the Niva is done. Inside and outside the car is clean. And we did what Vlad asked us to, which was to remove any oil stains from the engine and get it clean. All of that would have been getting warm and stinking. Why should they poison themselves? Okay, let's go over how much this would have cost. Two-phase wash with a shampoo that forms a protective layer, that costs 480 rubles. Detailed wash of the engine bay, 3,500 rubles. We didn't take anything apart. And at the end of the day, there was nothing complicated to it. It was all fairly straightforward. For the interior clean, I'd charge 13,000 rubles, which I feel is a fairly reasonable price. A lot had to be done in there. The Niva is pretty cramped inside, so I'd even say that cost is pretty modest. 150 rubles for shining the tires, and the grand total for the entire job is 17,050 rubles. Now obviously we were helping the main channel, and all of the subscribers' cars we do here on this channel, they're done absolutely free of charge. It costs the owners nothing, it's all on the house. Okay, so the Niva is done. Now we're gonna show you a before and after montage, and after that we present the car to Vlad. What can I even say? This was a pretty tough job. The car sat in a village, it was in horrible condition, I mean, you had dirt, dust, filth literally all over the car. Anyway, let's invite Vlad and hand over the Niva to him. For him to... I have no idea what they're gonna do with it. Vlad? Here's the car. What? Oh, you're ready. Yes, I am. Let's have a look. Let's see. Where would you like to start? I guess with the exterior, as always. Oh, very nice. Nice. You even got the floor mats. Holy cow. Nah, it's not that simple. Oh, yeah, right. There's a little flap. Oh, wow. Holy cow. You like the seat? I do. And it smells nice. No more stale odors. I suspect you used some trick compound? The heat insulation was very wet. It was all moldy and decomposed. Decomposed? Well, that's not a surprise. I mean, do you see what's going on down there? That's for sure. Wow, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, for real. At first glance, the floor seemed okay. Nobody even noticed that piece of metal sheet. What's the situation in the trunk? Everything is top-notch. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's all nice and clean. As clean as I could make it, anyway. I get it, yeah. Still, you did great. I mean, if you compare the car before and after, yeah, it was a dumpster fire. The detailing has brought the price up by at least 20,000 rubles. Maybe even 25 or even the full 30. The guys came over and were like, it's a nice Niva, maybe keep it for ourselves? It's apparent now that this is a car that you can actually drive even. Yeah, with no trouble at all. When it was still bad, I thought this needs to go in the trash. Like, what a shitbox. Yeah, that was the general consensus. That this is a shitbox. That the car is trash. Turns out it's not. The car has been cleaned off, rejuvenated. Wow, well, you knocked this out of the park. This has been 107% success. Yeah, you're right. Okay, let's have a look in here. Ooh, sweet. Will you look at that? You can see the engine number and everything. Indeed you can, isn't that nice? The manifolds are probably clean. Let me have a look. Yeah, this looks good. Awesome. Like awesome. Otherwise we'd have had to clean, I don't know, burn all of that off. To get rid of all of that grot which had no business being in here. Why that's the case, well... You'll find out in due time why we needed a clean engine bay and a clean car overall. But this is great, man. Let me just say, it's gonna be sealed from the outside. There will be a driver inside, and the reason everything has to be clean is that, well, it'll be a sort of enclosed space. And we wouldn't want anyone breathing in those gases. That's why I requested you clean the engine, the interior, and make all of it nice. It is, there are no leaks, there won't be anything evaporating. I've said this a number of times before, but we're working with true professionals. Thank you very much. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to take it from you. We're good? Yep, and from there we begin working on it. There it is, we've given the car back to Vlad. We helped our homies, overall this was great. Big thanks for watching this video, subscribe, give this video a like, leave a comment, and of course don't forget about the bell to stay in the loop for future uploads. Bye-bye!